Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of Let's Build an Egyptian Temple an Egyptian Temple. Oh, my voice is really bad today. It's just been like 3 days of a really bad croaky voice. I don't know why. But we'll get on with the video anyway. So we have the statue of Ra here. I'm still debating whether his head should stick out more like this, whether that should go down like that, and something more along the lines of that. Ah, crap. Where's it gone? There we go. Something more along those lines, so his, his head sticks out a little bit. Put that on top. Possibly, maybe. What do you guys think? Has it helped? Has it made it look worse? I don't know. I do not know. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. What we're going to be doing in this episode is finally moving on to the... what's it called? This is the Hypostyle Hall. What's that one called? No, this is the Hypostyle Hall. That's the courtyard. So we're detailing the Hypostyle Hall. So what we're going to work on first is one of these pillars that are supposed to be a blooming flower or blooming papyrus. Which means we need lots of green. So we're going to get our lime green. And we're just going to replace the top 3 blocks with that. So I'm going to do it similar to the ones in the courtyard. But I'm going to try to do it on a larger scale, meaning, you've got like one block here where it's like sticking out. I'm going to try to do a lot more. So we want going up like this on each side, and then we can get our slab. A lot of biome work this, and I'm going to be moving this temple, which is even more work. It's going to get really annoying. But we can put a slab there, slabs like this, slabs like that, slabs like that, slab, 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 slabs everywhere. One there, like that, like that. Knock that one out. Here, here, like that, and there we go. So it's going to be something along those lines. And that means I think that we actually need to bring this down, because that's so large and predominant, sticking out into the room. I think we do need to bring this, well, a lot further down actually. Also, this might help, having a transition going down there. I think that does. So let's just see what that looks like when it's all green. So this is going to take a while, so I'll cut back when I've done all of this bit. Okay, so there we go. That's how it's looking at the moment. Now it is, because it's all one colour, it all kind of blends together. I'm thinking it should be a little bit lower, so like these stairs should come down to here. So if that's going to be down there, then maybe have it stick out like that. I think that's going to look a bit more interesting. So if we add an extra layer of this grass sticking out, we'll see how that looks. Shouldn't take too long to do, so I won't bother cutting this bit out, because it's only 8 blocks or whatever. Ooh, like that. It's a bit better, but we do need a couple of slabs as well, so we'll put some slabs down. We'll put the slabs like that. So it's like a double layer effect of being a spreaded out flower. Is that even English? I don't even know anymore. So that's quite the large thing we've got going on here. So I'm going to drag that down a little bit further as well. It's a very, very big pillar, but I kind of like it. I'm kind of also not too sure. It is very green at the moment. It's very one-sided in its colourness. I do want to add some more colours. I'm also just going to spam a couple of torches about to get a better view. Can't even get one around here. There we go. One there as well. One over here. There we go. That's lit it up a little bit easier for us to see. The other thing as well, when we start having lots of these together, they're going to be interfering with one another, which kind of sucks. So We have an option where we can make this a 4 wide gap. Or, no, even a 5 wide gap instead of a 3. Or we have to rethink how much we want this to stick out. So let's rethink how much we want it to stick out. So if we just take away a little bit of a layer from each bit, like this, see how that works. And you can see this is a lot of just trial and error in seeing what works and what doesn't. And this is how I sort of went through with the other pillars. It was a very long process. See that? It's not as bad, I suppose. Maybe as well we could have the slabs come up a bit like that in the corners. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, does it? It's not going to be interfering as much with the other pillars. And the biomes all still stay the same, so that's more easy on me. I suppose that fits. We could then possibly do that, but it's going to start interfering on this side, because if you think we're going to have, well, this would be that colour, that's going to be sticking out, and then these would be joining together. I mean, it could work. I'm not sure. I also get the feeling that I've just removed all these blocks and then replaced them all again, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, how does that look? I don't know. See, it's looking too flat when you do all of them, so I'm not too sure if I like it. Let's just remove those bits and see. Then like that, it's a bit. What about if I raised it up to there? Let's see how this looks then. So we're going to do a full block gap here and raise that up. Same there and there. How's that one look? I think I'm going to go with that one. It's not too bulky that it's overpowering, and it kind of fits a little bit more. Now that we've got that though, I think we can start to add a bit more detail in here. So I'm going to go for green again here, like that. But then this can change. This will not be green, so we can replace this, and these stairs we'll do as blue, which means we need quartz. Let's have a look. So if we put those in like that, and like that, like that, and like that. So I'll cut back when I've done all the colouring. Okay, so that's looking a little better. I think if we carry this blue down a little bit, I don't think I've actually got any of the blue clay. No. Okay, so let's just grab some blue clay and we can bring that down. So that's going to be sort of this height. Oh, I'm getting Skype messages. Let me just go mute Skype. Okay, so that was Callum going to be going on Ark in a minute. So this video may not be that long, or I may just, you know, put this to one side and come and finish it in a bit. What about if we throw some red clay in? The red. Let's try the red clay. Just in here like that. Nope, don't like that. Let's try this lapis block then. Especially with the sandstone, it might work, you know, sort of bordering it off perhaps. I don't like the transition too much. What if this was just sandstone then? That's a little bit better. It's a lot softer, I think. So if we did that, and then we get this block at the bottom of the pillar, again, we'll be using the same one. And then we just need to think of something for the central pillar section. I'm quite happy with the top now, at least for these, you know, 6. I'm going to do something very similar to this, just mixing the colours, possibly just copy and paste those ones, I'm not too sure. Let's see, what else can we do? I wonder if it would be a bit weird if I did that. I actually don't think that would be too weird. Let's mash. There we go. I'm changing blocks that I'm not meant to be changing. There we go. Yeah, I suppose it adds a little extra layer of depth. I'll do that then. Right, for this pillar though, what we're going to be doing, I think we've got the new gold. No, the new gold block's not going to fix. It would only fit if it was like on a tile, like there actually. It'll fit here. So let's grab that gold block. I've also had an idea about what I want to do with the pixel art. There we go. So what I'm going to do in this room here, I'm going to be try to tell a story. So we're going to have like the sun and the pharaoh, and then see there's people or something, and then at the back here will be the pharaoh dying and Anubis and all that stuff. Then in this room, this is going to act as the bar / hypostyle hall. So this is where religious ceremonies were held. There's meant to be stories written on the wall. So starting from here, moving all the way around, I'm going to try and tell a story using derpy pixel art of a battle, or actually, so tell the story of a battle and the gods and the pharaoh and something like that. It's going to be quite hard. Looking at the space we've got a height of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got a height of 7 blocks to work with, which means a maximum width of 5. So we've got a gap then of 1, 5. Okay, so I kind of just had to end that and work it out. So now we've got loads of gold crosses hanging on the wall. So this is roughly where I'm going to be placing the pictures. If I have to go over 5 blocks, I have to go over 5 blocks. It's just a rough idea to give me a sense of sort of what I need to do. So there are now 18 crosses all along here. So starting from this side, so the left as you walk through the door, you're going to come right the way around and all the way around to here. I'm going to try and tell a story in 18 pictures, basically 18 derpy pixel art pictures. Let's say that as well. The picture that I need to try and tell, I don't even know what it's going to be. It's going to be something along the lines of, I think I might do the one that I was going to do in here. So I'll do the pharaoh, like the sun, the pharaoh, Ra, or Amun-Ra, something. I don't know, maybe a battle that he's won or something. I don't know. And then we get round to here, and it'll be like dead pharaoh, pyramid, Anubis, and the afterlife, and a boat as well, because the boat is the bark that leads the pharaoh into the afterlife. So that's going to be an important part. Should be like that. There we go. Right. Very quickly though, let's just think of what we want to do with this pillar for a little bit of extra added detail. We could go for some white stained clay about the middle here and here, and then have that quartz block in again like I did in here. And if we did that, you know, it's similar to what's going on in here, and it's keeping it so it doesn't feel too out of place. I might come up with something different, I'm not too sure, but we've got that for now at least. If you guys have any better ideas, let me know in a comment below. The next video that I do, I'm going to have copied and pasted these 6 pillars in. In fact, I'll do that now. Actually, no, I won't, because it's a lot of biome work that I can't be bothered doing right now. So the next video you see, or depending on how long it takes to upload this, I might actually do that and then just stick it on the end quickly before I finish editing it. Apart from that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, so we're back, and I have finished with the Hypostyle haul. I got a bit carried away. I've been quite busy today with, you know, just people coming in my room with interruptions, doing Skype calls with different people. There's been quite a lot going on, and I've been working on this sort of in the background, so a lot of it will be missed out. Why does that look like biomes are messed up there? Because they are. Oh, okay. Um, so, that's just a quick little panorama view of what we've got going on. I'm going to give you a brief little explanation about all the ideas and stuff that went into this. So this is the sandstone floor. It's 24:5. It's this nice texture that we've got there. So we've got this going on. It's a really smooth, like marbly type texture, and it's bordered with the normal sandstone top just to sort of add that transition there. The next thing on the floor, you may notice this. People may recognize this. This is the Eye of Horus, or the Eye of Ra, or the Illuminati symbol, whatever you might recognize it from. It's a bit derpy, but that's what it's supposed to be. Moving on to these pillars. I've continued the red and blue thing from these ones. We've just not got the sandstone in, so it's a bit more green. And then for the other pillars, I've just kept as normal green because these taller ones by the windows are meant to be like what's it called? Flowering papyrus plant. There we go. So the papyrus plant is mainly green, and then it's got like these reddy, browny, yellowy flowers on them, I think. Anyway, that's what I noticed when I tried googling it. So, you know, I think having the red in there makes sense. Plus the green's a bit more spread out, a bit more branched out. So I think that fits. These ones are quite basic and plain, whereas these have got inscriptions and stuff. Yeah, I kind of left it as that. I've also placed some invisible fire up here to actually give some light coming from the windows because it was quite dark. We still have the annoying lighting glitch. I'm hoping that by the time we come to move this, because this whole temple is going to be moved, which means, yay, lots of biome work for Nick. So yeah, when the temple's moved, I'm hoping this lighting glitch will disappear. I think the only other thing left to talk about now really is all these derpy pixel arts. So what we have is, I've just mentioned this is the Eye of Horus. In my research, my googlings, we've taken these statues here from Ra, and Ra and Horus look pretty much like the same god to me. I can't really distinguish a proper, clear, distinct difference between them. And Amun-Ra, you know, depending on what picture you look like, he looks more like the god Amun, he looks more like the god Ra. They're two separate gods, but they're joined together to make this super god. I don't know. So I've kind of gone for Horus, and I'll explain why now. So Horus is the son of Osiris, and Osiris was the king of the earth. So Osiris is basically, hang on a minute. There we go, charger just fell out my headset. So yeah, Horus is basically start that again. The pharaoh is the embodiment of Horus, and I'll get onto that with this little story we've got. So these are just the two main symbols of Horus. So he's holding, you can see that he's holding that thing, and he's got the big scepter in his hand, so they're meant to be them, and that's basically because I had 2 sections left over. So I was like, what do? I'll do that. So this is the Egyptian creation of the world story. So let's start from the beginning. So in the beginning, there was a dark mass of water called Chaos, or that was Chaos, something like that. Then a hill showing up. I'm sure the hill was called Ben Ben or Bun Bun or something like that. And then we had the god Atem. I think it was Atem. And this is from a website, and it's like for children, like, you know, to make it easier for them to understand. I like looking at those websites because as simple as they are, they do tend to get the main parts across. But yeah, so he coughed, and 2 more gods appeared. I can't remember the names of these 2. This one is like Mefet, not Mehmet, something like that. It's a lion-headed goddess anyway. And then this guy, they had 2 kids, and their 2 kids were Geb and I forget the daughter, but basically Geb was kind of like the earth, like the flat, and the daughter was the sky. So then this guy over here, the dad, he sort of put them into form, and he created the world. So he's holding up the sky and standing on his son because he's that kind of person. So the sky and the earth had 4 children, 2 sons and 2 daughters. You had Osiris and Isis, who were king and queen of the earth. And then you had Seth and I think it's Nepetus, and I can't really remember what they were, but they were there. So what happened then was Seth got really jealous that Osiris was king, so they had a fight. So this is them fighting. Seth won. So there's Osiris. Osiris then became king of the underworld because he was dead, so you know he was the first person to die or something. So he's become king of the underworld. So he's now like Hades, and Seth is the new king. This is where Horus comes into it. So Horus was Osiris' son. He wanted to avenge his father's death, so he had a fight against Seth. So there's Horus, Seth, Osiris have a big fight, and Osiris wins. So Horus wins. So Seth is now out of the equation. Osiris is king of the underworld. Horus is the king of the earth again. So the pharaohs are the embodiment of Horus, which now it makes sense to have the statue of Horus outside, and we're going to have the statues of the pharaohs outside, and all that kind of fun stuff. So what's left to do next? We're going to be doing some statues at the front. Now, I have already recorded this section that I'm recording right now, and there was no audio, so I'm re-recording this. So out the front we already have all our statues, which is why I'm deliberately staying away from that. Maybe give you a sneak peek, maybe just a little bit like a whoop, there you go, you saw a bit of an arm. So yeah, so that's going to be the next episode, and then the episode after that we're going to be starting on the final room, which will be the sanctuary ritual type rooms. This is where the little statue heads are going to be, where like altars and all your prayers and little offshoot rooms. It's going to be the more detailed section of the temple. So we're going to do 2 or 3 episodes on that, probably just 2, and then we're going to do an episode on detailing the exterior of the temple, because at the moment you can see it's a bit poo. It's not great. Also, I still need ideas for what to do in here, you know, like picture wise. Should I bother with pictures on the inside here, or should I just do some pillar work like I have here? I'm thinking we can do pictures, but we don't really have that much space. We've kind of got the space for 6 there, 6 there, so we've got space for 12 pictures, I think. 1, 2, 3, yeah, it should be enough for 12 pictures. So if you can come up with a short story that I can do derpy pixel art for in 6 pictures, then put it in the comments below and I will look into that. After the statue video is uploaded, I'm going to be taking a little break for a week or something from this. We're going to start focusing on Wild West a little bit more, building on those, get a couple of those buildings done, then we'll move on to something else, either Inca or Wildling, do a bit more of that, then maybe do some Lake Town. Depends how much of Hobbit I've got done off camera before I get onto that. I kind of want the forest to be done before I go back to the Hobbit build. So yeah, so this is how it's going to be now. I'm going to sort of record for a day or 2, and that's what I've done with this. I spent 2 days, Friday and Saturday, because I had the days off work, just recording all of this Egyptian stuff, and we've got so much done. And you know, I actually feel like I'm building something, whereas with the old way that I was doing YouTube, I was kind of doing like a 20-minute episode a week and nothing was getting done. So I feel like we're getting somewhere now with this. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the way this is going. I'm not sure if you guys are because of the way episodes are getting uploaded, but there you go. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Egyptian series as much as I am. If you are, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.